Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Tracy Quartermaine has faced countless showdowns, betrayals, and shocking twists in her long and turbulent history in Port Charles. But what's coming next will test her like never before. For years, Tracy has carried the mantle of the Quartermaine matriarch, the one who could cut through the chaos, stand tall against rivals, and protect her family legacy no matter how hostile the battlefield. But the latest shakeup is poised to tear away even the very foundation she has guarded with her life. It all centers on Ronnie, whose sudden arrival and increasingly aggressive maneuvering may leave Tracy with no choice but to vacate the mansion that has defined her life and her family's power for decades. For viewers, this is more than just a clash over real estate. It's about identity, legacy, and the shocking way one outsider can upend the Quartermaine dynasty in the blink of an eye. The writing has been on the wall for a while. Tracy has been juggling her usual mix of manipulation, strategy, and fierce protection of her turf, but Ronnie has been biding his time, watching, calculating, and waiting for the right moment to strike. Unlike other challengers who have come and gone, Ronnie isn't simply a rival to be mocked or a nuisance to be brushed aside. He's come armed with leverage, secrets, and a ruthless determination that Tracy never fully anticipated. When someone as coldly persistent as Ronnie puts his sights on the Quartermaine mansion, it's only a matter of time before the walls close in. And this time, the fallout may not just bruise Tracy's ego, it may rip away everything she thought she controlled. Picture the explosive moment when Tracy realizes the house she has lived in, the house she has ruled over, and the house she has weaponized against her own relatives time and again, is about to slip right through her fingers. Imagine her walking through the lavish halls, clutching onto memories of past battles, past victories, and past humiliations, only to come face to face with Ronnie standing there, demanding that she pack up and leave. It's a confrontation layered with history, tension, and a sense of finality. For Tracy, the mansion is not just four walls and a roof. It is the ultimate prize, the seat of her power, and the one place where she has always had the upper hand. To lose it, and to lose it to someone like Ronnie, is the ultimate insult. Ronnie, on the other hand, knows exactly what he's doing. He isn't interested in sentimental attachments. He isn't weighed down by family legacies, loyalty, or pride. He plays a cold game, and for him, getting Tracy out of the Quartermaine mansion is more than just a personal vendetta. It's a statement. By driving her out, he makes it clear to everyone in Port Charles that he isn't just another passing name, but a force to be reckoned with. And what better way to cement that reputation than to dethrone Tracy herself, the woman who has built a reputation on being untouchable. For Ronnie, the symbolism is almost more important than the victory itself. He wants people to look at the Quartermaine mansion and see his control, not Tracy's shadow. And the way he executes his plan is bound to leave viewers stunned. The lead-up to this dramatic ousting has been peppered with moments that in hindsight seem like ominous warnings. Tracy's allies have been stretched thin, her energy divided among countless battles. She's been distracted, overconfident, and perhaps even blind to the full extent of Ronnie's determination. Ronnie has cleverly exploited that vulnerability. He has pulled strings quietly, maneuvered people behind the scenes, and accumulated leverage that Tracy didn't even realize he possessed until it was far too late. That's the genius of Ronnie's plan. It doesn't rely on brute force or flashy takedowns, but on methodical pressure applied until the moment of collapse. And when Tracy finally realizes she's been cornered, the devastation is written all over her face. Fans who know Tracy's history are already buzzing about how she'll react once she's truly backed into a corner. Tracy doesn't give up easily. Her instinct has always been to fight, to claw her way back, to manipulate, to lie, and to scheme her way into regaining control. But this time, the question is whether she has the resources to fight back or if Ronnie has finally found the one weak spot in her armor. Imagine the raw emotion of Tracy shouting, bargaining, or even attempting to twist Ronnie's words back at him, only for him to calmly stand his ground, presenting her with ironclad evidence, contracts, or allies who have secretly switched sides. Every counter she throws his way bounces right back at her, until she finally understands that the Quartermaine mansion is slipping away no matter how loud or clever she tries to be. What makes this upcoming storyline so compelling is how personal it feels. Tracy's connection to the mansion is deeply intertwined with her sense of self. Losing it isn't just about finding another roof to live under. It's about losing the anchor of her identity. Every major triumph and defeat in her life has revolved around that house. Family gatherings, corporate battles, betrayals, reconciliations. It's all been staged within those walls. To have Ronnie stride in and erase her from that picture cuts deeper than any betrayal from within her own bloodline. It's the ultimate humiliation, being forced to leave the very place where she has ruled, not by a sibling, not by a child, not by a Quartermaine at all, but by someone who came in from the outside and stripped it all away with merciless efficiency. But what about the rest of the family? How will they react to seeing Tracy thrown out of the home that has always been synonymous with their family name? Some may quietly celebrate, glad to see the iron-fisted matriarch finally face a downfall. Others may rally behind her, unwilling to let Ronnie dictate the fate of the Quartermaine legacy. The mansion isn't just a place for Tracy, it's a symbol for the entire family. If Ronnie can take down Tracy there, what's to stop him from going after the others next? This looming uncertainty casts a shadow over every Quartermaine and promises ripple effects that could last for months. It's also worth considering just how far Ronnie will push his victory. Will he simply evict Tracy and take over the mansion himself, striding through the halls as though he's the rightful heir? Or will he twist the knife even deeper, perhaps turning the mansion into something entirely unrecognizable to the Quartermaines? Imagine him holding parties, meetings, or even deals in the living room where Tracy once held court, flaunting his dominance at every turn. The psychological warfare doesn't end with Tracy's departure. In fact, it may only be beginning, as Ronnie uses the house to flaunt his new role as master of the Quartermaine domain. As for Tracy, the aftermath of her ousting will be just as gripping as the moment itself. Where does she go when the one place she always returned to is taken away? How does she redefine herself outside of those walls? Tracy has always defined herself in relation to the Quartermaine power structure, and without the mansion, she may feel unmoored, angry, and humiliated. But fans also know that Tracy rarely stays down for long. Her humiliation could easily fuel her next big comeback. Losing the mansion may hurt her more deeply than anything else, but it could also give her the fire to launch one of her most ruthless and cunning comebacks yet. Imagine Tracy regrouping, forming unlikely alliances, and plotting her revenge against Ronnie with a level of determination we haven't seen from her in years. Ronnie's role in all of this also deserves a closer look. By taking the mansion from Tracy, he's painting a target on his back. The Quartermaines may be dysfunctional, chaotic, and often at war with each other. But when an outsider threatens the family legacy, there's always a chance they'll unite against the common enemy. Ronnie may feel untouchable now, but history in Port Charles shows that no one ever stays on top for long. The very victory he craves could set the stage for his downfall, as Tracy and the Quartermaines slowly regroup and find ways to strike back. For now, though, Ronnie is reveling in his triumph, and Tracy is left reeling. The emotional resonance of this storyline can't be overstated. Fans who have watched Tracy for decades will feel the gut punch of seeing her dethroned in such a brutal, public way. They'll remember the battles she's fought, the enemies she's crushed, and the way she's always managed to hold on to the mansion despite the chaos. This time, though, the loss feels different. It feels final. And even if Tracy somehow finds her way back to those halls, the memory of being kicked out by Ronnie will linger forever, a scar that can't be erased. As the days unfold, the tension will only grow. Viewers will be glued to their screens, waiting to see if Tracy has any tricks left up her sleeve, or if Ronnie has truly accomplished the impossible. Every glance, every confrontation, every bitter word exchanged in the shadow of the Quartermaine mansion will carry weight. The future of the Quartermaine legacy hangs in the balance, and the outcome of this showdown may reshape the family for years to come. One thing is certain, Ronnie has crossed a line that few have dared to approach, and the ripple effects will be felt by every character connected to the Quartermaines. Tracy's defeat may be his crowning achievement, but it may also be the very thing that unites her with unlikely allies who share one goal, bringing Ronnie down before he cements his control permanently. For now, the Quartermaine mansion stands as the symbol of his victory, but with every step he takes across those floors, the question remains, How long can he really hold on to it before the tide turns once again? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.